Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I do appreciate all of you guys being here. So today I'm going to share with you why our emergency fund is very, very important on our financial journey, especially for early retirement, and why we do not invest our emergency funds. So I've gotten many questions about this in terms of, should I invest my emergency fund? Should I invest part of my emergency fund? And so I want to make a video about it, share some of our story and, some of the reasons why you shouldn't. Now, again, not financial advice, but I think, many of you would agree to never ever invest your emergency fund, even if it seems like, it could grow a little faster or there's some incentive to it. So why do we have an emergency fund, right? We have an emergency fund because life happens. It's not if something is going to happen, it's when. Especially if you have children, something is going to break, something is going to stop working, something is going to malfunction. We know this. So instead of, worrying about it or being anxious, right, or being fearful, prepare. And I like to be able to prepare for these things so I don't have to worry about when something happens. And I know sometimes when you go online and or just if you talk to someone and you start talking about emergency funds, you don't know where to start. Now, this is my suggestion. I always suggest everybody work towards 1 month's worth of expenses. If you don't know what that number is, I want you to take a piece of paper. Okay. I want you to take a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be fancy. Take a piece of notebook paper and I want you to write out all of your expenses. If you do not know your expenses, go back and get 3 months of your bank statements. Trust me, the bank has been documenting all of your spending that you've been doing. But go get the past 3 months. I want you to get some highlighters. I don't have any in front of me. Get some highlighters, spend a couple of hours and I want you to highlight all of your eating out. I want you to highlight all of your fixed expenses like your rent or mortgage, utilities, things like that. I want you to highlight any extra spending. Nails and hair is extra. Vacations is extra. If you are, going out and having a girls' night, that's all extra. And what you're going to see is how much you realistically spend a month. And when you get that number, then it may make you think, okay, you know what? I need to cut back on that. I need to stop doing that. And one of the things that doing that helped me to realize is that I was actually spending more than what I was bringing in. So it actually is helping you to have some insight on your overall finances while trying to get your emergency fund together. But once you write everything down, then you will know your 1 month worth of expenses number. So that's what you should be working towards. Okay. Now I know Dave Ramsey says 1,000. Then there's different people that say, well, you should work up towards 3 months or 6 months. We want to start with baby steps, right? And so I'll say 1 month worth of expenses because honestly, $1,000 isn't going to cut it much anymore because things are just so much more expensive, right? Just to get 4 tires on my minivan is about $900 and some odd for the tires and the labor. So that's why I said just work up towards 1 month worth of expenses, and then you could just increase it and start working on 3 once you hit your 1 month. And then I think once you get to around 6, that's like a nice number to stop at if you feel like you want to focus on something else. Or you continue to go and work up towards 1 year or 2 years. And so that's what we did. Okay, so our current cash that we have for emergencies, I'm looking down, is our total cash is $43,386.62. That's how much we have. Now, I told you guys when I did my goals video for this year, it was 50,000. So we've been really trying to save. If we get any extra money, like for February, my husband will get extra income. I get income from my business here, YouTube, MT, sponsors, things like that. And what I do is because I don't have a lot of overhead to run my business, I invest or save the majority of what I make, 85% of it, because I don't have a lot of overhead and I don't want to waste the money. I want to give that money an assignment. So all this money that I make, I'm putting it towards our goals. So that's what we're sitting right now. Our goal by the end of this year is 50,000. So I think we will be able to achieve that. But long term, especially before we retire early, is 2 full years. Now, I got this idea from Our Rich Journey. If you do not know who Amon and Christina are, please just type them into YouTube. They are an amazing, amazing couple, very goal oriented, goals, like seriously goals. They're not flashy or anything like that, but they laid out a path as people of color to really show you like what you can really achieve when you really like be intentional with your finances. Any extra monies that you get, like the tax refund. We got a tax refund. I know many of you are getting one as well. When we didn't get it yet, we're going to be getting it. So we already have a plan for that. And a lot of people will plan to save a lot of it, to invest a lot of it, to maybe get a month ahead, to maybe pay your rent up for a year, things like that. So we can, move ourselves forward when it comes to our finances. So now that you know what we currently have and our goal for this year and our long-term goal, let me give you a couple of reasons why we do not invest this. The market is down right now. The market has been down since the beginning of 2020. And the one thing about the stock market is that outside of a Roth IRA, anything that you like gain, you have to usually pay taxes on. So I don't want to put the emergency fund in the stock market and then have to worry about paying taxes on it, because again, it's for emergencies if something happens. Another thing is that if the market doesn't recover and there's something that goes wrong and I need the money, then I'm taking out less than what I put in. So I'm like not even back at square one. I'm like like under square one. Hey guys, just quickly interjecting. Thank you to our sponsor for today's video, ZNIFF. They are an online affordable glasses company. You can get some really affordable eyewear. So I'm just doing an unopening of the package. Again, it comes in the mail. So you go onto the website, you'll see it up on your screen, and it's really easy. And I love that they have a lot of like youthful, funky, chic glasses, because if you're a glasses wearer like I am and you're constantly staring at a screen, you want to be able to, look stylish and youthful. And so I really do like the glasses. I've actually have heard of them before, so I was excited when they reached out. But yes, they are really, really amazing. You can see that it's simple packaging, which is really nice. And it took about a week or two to get here, again, because you can put your prescription in. I have prescription in my lenses, so you can do all of that on the website. So contact your eye doctor. You can get your prescription and put it in on their website, and that way you can try out these glasses. Super affordable. You get some like information pertaining to your glasses, and again, this is what they look like. So again, another cloth for your glasses, and these are the ones that I chose. Let me move this back so you can see. You'll see some pictures up on your screen, and I'm going to keep these for like my second pair, because if you wear glasses, you should always have a second pair to have just in case, because sometimes I sleep in my glasses, sometimes I lose them. Having a second pair is cool. And I love that these are clear. These are really well made. You can see my prescription inside. They're really sturdy. I can just sit them there. I love that. And again, I think you guys would like these. So I like these a lot. Their glasses range between $30 and like maybe $120. Super affordable for lenses and frames. You can also get the coating for the sun and just all of the good things that, us glasses wearers really, really need. So again, thank you so much, ZNIFF, for sponsoring today's video. And let's get back to the content. Another reason why I don't invest our emergency fund is the liquidity. It's supposed to be liquid. I know you may not get a whole lot of money, even with it in a high yield savings account. I mean, what is it? The rates are now, what, like 3.50 or something like that. And you may feel like, you know what, I can put this in a dividend stock. I can put this in a dividend fund. But I'm telling you, you want to have liquidity, okay? And if something happens, also, you don't want to have to wait 3 to 5 business days to get your money from a brokerage, right? Because you got to transfer the money from your brokerage back to your checking account. And you don't want to have to worry about doing all that. And your car is busted up on a Monday and you need the money like today on a Monday. You don't want to have to wait until Friday comes to get your money out of the stock market. Also, it's just, again, it's about peace of mind. And again, I know that, sometimes you may feel like I just have to invest every single thing. Remember, you are playing chess here, not checkers. Chess is thinking of 5, 6 steps ahead. That's how you actually win chess. My husband actually is really good at chess, and he's teaching me how to play chess. But that's something that I'm learning, is that, it's good to protect your future self, but it's very, very important to protect your current self, right? Because things may happen, things may go wrong. And also, while you're at it, working on your emergency fund, work on building up your sinking funds too. I did a video talking about the ugly side or the dark truth of money, and when you don't have enough, how does it make you feel? And it brings out bad feelings. And I mentioned in that video about a lady that I saw at the dealership, and she just didn't have enough money, but the dealer was like, you have to do something now because you can't take your car off the lot. And being in that place and how it made her feel, just I'm a bystander watching it. And it made me reflect on how I felt when I was in that situation many of times. And so having sinking funds to help prepare against that, or if you have birthdays or vacations, back to school, holidays like Christmas, things like that, you can prepare for it now, just little by little. And then the last thing I know I'll get asked, like, how can you find extra money? Side hustles. If you are trying to build up an emergency fund or any financial goal you may have, like investing, debt payoff, buying a house, you need to try to find a side hustle. I think most people will agree that nowadays, especially if you're like young, when I say young, like 50 and under-ish, you know, like you need like some other source of income because things are just outpacing, like the increase in cost is just outpacing what we all are making. So you need to have another source of income. So if you're trying to buy a house, give yourself 6 months and say, you know what, I'm going to work this second job, and every single penny I get from this second job, I'm going to put towards my house, my dream. Or you can do it with a credit card payoff, or you can do it with investing. You can do it with maybe just trying to get ahead financially. Give yourself 6 months or a year. It may feel like it's going to take forever, but I'm telling you, it will do it. Shout out to Tara. I'm going to tag her below. She actually got a side job for a whole year for her down payment and closing costs for her house, and she bought her house. So I just wanted to share with you guys our emergency fund update, why it's so important to have one, and why it's also important not to invest your emergency fund. I can tell you, before I end this video, last year we replaced 2 roofs on the 2 townhomes that we have, and to not have to worry about going to Robinhood or, you know, going to Fidelity and trying to get the money out, we were able to go to Capital One. That's who we use. And there's a lot of decent, you know, online banks or physical brick and mortar banks. You can even split up your emergency fund if you want to, but you just want to make sure it's liquid so that you can go and get it. But we have Capital One. I like Capital One because they have brick and mortar, and because we have a lot going on with our finances, we need to access our emergency funds very, very quickly. And we were able to do that with the 2 roofs, get a good deal with the same contractor. He did both the houses, and we were able to solve that problem and write that off on our taxes. So let me know down below, you know, like where are you on your progress towards your emergency fund? Are you fully funded? If not, like, are you on 1 month? Are you working towards 3 months, 6 months? Let me know, and you know, let's have a conversation down there. So again, please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, hit the little bell notification button so that you don't miss an upload. Follow me over on Instagram. If you need any products or services, check out my website. All of my information is down below. And until next time, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.